I am reading this book to you, which I just shown you in the morning meeting. It's called Raggedy Ann's Cooking School. This is Raggedy Ann and this is Raggedy Andy. This was one of my favorite books when I was just a little girl. And Raggedy Andy is reading a book, and that is called a recipe book or a cookbook. And I have one of those here, and inside is the pizza dough recipe. And these kids are making pizza like we're going to do. I am going to have to improvise our pizza recipe today though, because I realized that I don't have any mozzarella cheese and I don't have any fresh basil that I like to put on my pizza, but that's okay. We'll make it work, and maybe we'll, instead of a pizza circle, we'll make pizza sticks or pizza dippers or whatever you want to call them. That would be a little different, but we're still making pizza. Herbie, you want to come back? Raggedy Andy could see Raggedy Ann at the edge of the meadow. She was nailing a huge sign to an elm tree. The sign read, "The Raggedy Ann Cooking School." She's putting up a sign here for a cooking school. That sounds fun. "Hi," Andy called. "Whatever gave you the idea for a cooking school?" Raggedy Ann answered, "I found this old sign. I painted out the name on it and painted in my name." Raggedy Andy clapped his hands. "A cooking school sounds like fun. What can I do to help?" "You can tell all our friends to come here at 2 o'clock. I'll show them how to make carrot cupcakes," Raggedy Ann told him. "Oh, good, everyone likes those," said Raggedy Andy. He hurried off to tell their friends. He invited the squirrels, the rabbits, and the chipmunks. "Come to the meadow at 2 o'clock, he said. "Raggedy Ann has a school. We'll all have a good time." Raggedy Ann was busy collecting bowls and spoons. She gathered up carrots and nuts and raisins. She took all the things to the place where the sign was. "Now I want a big box to use as a table," she said to herself. "Andy will help me bring one." She ran to find him. The squirrel family arrived very early, at 1 o'clock. "Look," shouted Sammy Squirrel, "this must be the place for the school. See, Raggedy Ann has put out some nuts for us to eat while we're waiting for school to begin." The squirrels sat around the nut bowl, nibbling happily. Then along came the rabbit family. Rowena Rabbit said, "Those dear Raggedies have left carrots for us to eat while we're waiting for school to start." The rabbits sat around the carrot plate, munching contentedly. The chipmunk twins came next. "Raisins!" they cried. "What a fine snack for us to eat while we're waiting." Just before 2 o'clock, the Raggedies trudged through the meadow, carrying a big box. When they reached the sign, their forest friends were just gobbling up the last of the nuts, carrots, and raisins. "Thank you for the delicious snack," Sammy Squirrel called when he saw Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. Look at their faces. "I was going to make carrot cupcakes, but you have eaten all the ingredients. Now how can I have my cooking school?" cried Raggedy Ann. "A cooking school?" said Rowena Rabbit. "Why, Raggedy Andy didn't say anything about cooking." "Didn't you see Ann's sign?" Raggedy Andy asked. But a leafy branch had rested right over the sign, so no one had seen it. They didn't know they were going to a cooking school, so they ate all the ingredients. Suddenly, Raggedy Andy smiled a wide smile. We can have our cooking school tomorrow, he said. Today we'll have a looking school. I have a book with lots of pictures right here in my pocket, and we can all look at it together. Why, it's a cookbook, they said when they saw it. They all sat down on the grass to look at the beautiful colored pictures in the cookbook. Cookbooks are fun to look at. Rowena Rabbit pointed to the first picture. She said, "Carrot cupcakes are the very first ones. I can hardly wait." "And see here," said Sammy Squirrel as Raggedy Ann turned the page. "Acorn cookies are next. I think those certainly will be my favorites." The Chipmunk twins hopped up and down shouting, "After those come apple pancakes, and after those come blueberry pudding, and after that comes hickory nut pie." "Let's try all the recipes, one at a time," Raggedy Andy suggested. "Then we can each have our favorite." "That's a good idea," said Raggedy Ann. "Every day we'll try something new. Tomorrow we'll try the carrot cupcakes. The next day we'll make acorn cookies. After that we can make all the other good things in the cookbook, one by one." The squirrels, the chipmunks, and the rabbits started for home, calling, "See you tomorrow, Raggedy's." As they waved goodbye, Raggedy Ann said, "Andy, your looking book saved the day. Tomorrow we'll begin our cooking school together." And here's all the yummy things that they were going to make. The carrot cupcakes, the acorn cookies, apple pancakes, blueberry pudding, and hickory nut pie. The end. So yes, Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy weren't making pizza like we are, but they were going to make lots of other delicious things. And maybe we'll try more recipes too as we move forward. So now let's go, we'll do our songs first and then we'll make pizza.